Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tabletop Tactician and Operation Iron Sky. This is US Global 5.4. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with a little bit of quick housekeeping here. Up in the battle that we saw in Akershoe, Backfire did take an early gen fighter as a air superiority casualty, so that is another battle star to Nato. Wanted to make sure to cover that. And also with the subs moving in here to A8, that puts, which territory is that? Nordland, yes. Out of supply, so it's blockaded and out of supply. So let's head over here to our DEFCON and escalation increases. So we will go straight to DEFCON 2 because we are at war. Now with these V2 rules, we are testing, I got war declared on me, but also NATO is at war. So NATO will also, I'm just going to do this now, but they will be up at their DEFCON 2. Israel also becomes ours, so we will go to 47. Let's head on to technologies here. So after our big successes last term, we're going to add new techs. So tech 4, 6, 9, and 10. That is advanced SLBM, long-range missile, advanced air superiority fighters, and advanced manufacturing. All of them are 8s except for 9 advanced air superiority fighters. Oh, sorry, that's not 10, that's 13. 13. That should be advanced manufacturing. Yeah, put our number down. Still an 8 or higher. And 2 successes. A 12 and a 9. So we will miss on advanced SLBMs and long-range missiles. However, advanced air superiority fighters will go up. We will complete advanced manufacturing. So it's morning again in America. Let's try to hit those long-range missiles, number 6. Nope, still can't hit. It's morning again in America. All right, moving on to our purchases. Over here to the annex. All right, we will be using our $33, hopefully very wisely here. We're military aiding NATO, a next-gen MBT, and a frigate. We are military aiding Egypt. That is for 7, by the way. Egypt will get a destroyer and a SAM for 5 with arms sales. The U.S. for ourselves will be building a air cab and a SAM for 7, 2 destroyers for 8, and an amphib for 6. We're also using 5 of our 7 claimed battle stars from the defenses last turn to advance our space launch facility. All right, let's talk about what we are going to attack. All right, most of them are right here. So attack 1, we're going to fire a cruise missile from the Allied major airbase in Marmara with SpySat at the Bulgarians there. And where did I set that missile down at? I set it somewhere. We're firing a cruise missile there. I'll find it eventually. I guess we don't need the sculpt. Attack number 2 will be in Syria here. So for that attack, I'll cover that one last because we got a lot and I'll just load it straight onto the board. In Lebanon, though, we will take one of the light infantry from from Israel and walk in there and take Lebanon back. There we go. Then in M9 here, from our cruiser and destroyer, or from the sub, I forgot to put the silent running back on, but he's coming off silent running. We'll fire into those 2 destroyers in M9, so that's 2, where did I set those? Oh, those are on the board. Goodness gracious. 2 anti-ship missiles at the fleet there. All right, and then back in the U.S., we will be firing a Celestial Eagle from our ASF in the central United States. All right, so that attack, here's a good spot. All right, we're just gonna throw on a card and then head in. So everything from Egypt or Israel is walking across into Syria. That's an attack helo, 3 mech, 1 light infantry, 2 SP artillery, 2 next-gen MBTs, as well as the Top Gun ASF, and 2 fighters are joining. And that's just our Israeli forces. So we then have, flying from the UAE, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a strategic bomber. Flying from Egypt, 1, 2, a strategic bomber. I'm going to get out my range dice. Okay, so these fighters have 3 left. There we go. So we then have a fighter from Somali Republic, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it'll have 1 left. Actually, does that still get the airbase bonus? We might just not bring that one, because I don't know if it gets the airbase bonus, since it's coming from a defense treaty nation. I am not sure on that. Yeah, that one just won't come. It's okay, we're still bringing plenty of air. Alright, leave that there. Coming off of, or here, out of Egypt, 1, 2, and it will have 2 left, is a fighter. That is all off camera, of course it is. Knocking over B-52s. Okay. We also have an A-10 from Egypt flying over. It will have 3 left. And an attack helo flying in from Egypt as well. Coming off of our fleet here in I-6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will have 3 left, is an attack bomber. And then everything from our fleet here in M8 will come off. So that'll be 2 regular ASFs, a fighter, and another attack bomber. We also have this airborne coming, 1, 2, from Egypt. Okay, was that all the attacking items? I believe so. Okay, let me get that loaded up on the board here. All right, we are back here. I got it all loaded. So the U.S. will be using chemical warfare here as well. And there is desert penalty, so I've moved everything down 1. We have 2 attack helos here, so that's boosting the 3 mechs and the airborne back to their normal attack value. And that next gen will slide down to a 5, and then I already moved the light infantry. So let's get started here. All the fighters are on air superiority. We're gonna have an epic air battle. Let's do it. All right, get you set there. Get some casualty dice ready to go. do this. So let's start with first strike. So that's going to be 4 at 2 for our Kim. At 1 hit here will chemically disrupt the Syrians. And no dice. 8, 8, 11, 3. All right, so that's a bummer. So then we have 1, 1. 1 strategic bomber. 2 strategic bombers. The mechs. The airborne at 3 there on the gray dice. And we will stop there because that's a lot of dice for a tiny tray. Alright, so we have the pink dice on the light infantry, yellow on the carpet bomb, gray on the mechs and airborne. Alright, there's a hit. There's a hit. So 3, 8, 3, 9, 4, 6, 5. Opposite in there, 12, 7, 9, 5. Okay. So that'll be 2 general hits from the mech / airborne. Right, so then we have a 5 of the A10. I'm going to use the blue alternates here for the next gen MBTs. The 6s here for the attack kilos. And a couple of 7s for the attack bombers. Alright, so looks like that one's gonna be a 1. Yep, so there's a 1. 10 missed, 3, both next gens target select on a 1, my goodness. 6, 3, 8 missed, and a 4 missed. Okay, so that's 2 ground target selects from the next gens. That 4 was on the A10, so it's also a land target select. So that's a 3. The 3 there is just a general hit, so that's up to 3 total general hits. Same with the 6. So 4 total general hits, 3 ground target selects. 1, 2. Okay. Let's fire the air war here. So we're going to have 2 5s. That's those there for my ASFs. 1 6 for the, use the blue, alternate 6 for the Top Gun ASF, and 4 regular green for the regular fighters. And that is 1, 2, 12 misses, 8 misses, 3 hit, 10 and 12 miss. So that is 3 air superiority hits. And that is 3 battle stars, I do believe. All right. As always, the defender gets to fire back. So let's see here. We're going to have 2 2s. A 3 for the medium bomber. Let's see here. That gets a target selector. Okay. So we're going to do 4 blue dice for the MVTs at 4. Our normal 4 black and gold will go to the air cav, no target select. And then alternate red will go to the attack helo. So target select, no target select. And then we can go ahead and roll a 6 for the fighter. That would be an air superiority hit. All right, so let's see here. 4 hits, 3 hits, 6 is a miss, 11's a miss, 5's a miss, a 2 hit, all right. 10, 8, that 2 hit, 5's a miss, 5's a miss. All right, so any target selects. No, just barely. Sorry, backfire. But that'll be 4 general hits for you as well. All right, as Admiral Seabass likes me to say, let's pay some taxes. So, 3 air superiority hits. Well, let's see, how many units did he have? We get 10 hits, 1. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so there's one thing left. So let's make sure we get this right through. All right, so the casualty order. Let's do it this way. We got 3 target selects. So one of those. Yeah, so 3 land target selects, we'd take 3 MBTs. Bam, land target selects is paid. 3 air superiority hits. So the first hit has to go against aircraft. We have to take the helicopters and such last. So I believe that would be 1 on the fighter, 2, 3. I don't know if it's on the helo or the air cav, but I'm going to say it's the air cav because the helo would get a target select and that would be more beneficial to keep. So we'll do that. It's air superiority hits. And then 4 general is 1, 2 on the air cav and early gen MBT. And so the last ground unit Backfire had in his casualty list was that MBT. So we will leave it there. Taxes paid. Alrighty. So our B-52s will retire. Same with our artillery. I need to take 4 hits. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So huzzah, huzzah. These move over to normal. There's also no more air targets left. So the ASFs will also retire. All right. In the hopes of expediting this, 4 fighters out of 6 and the 2 attack bombers. That should give us some overkill. Oh my gosh. Everything but 1 hit. So that's overkill, and backfires returning fire on his MBT will miss at a 7. Alright, so that will put us up. These were 2 to 49. Oh my gosh, I forgot to roll the SAMs because I didn't have it on the card. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I broke the nice new sculpt. Cool. I deserve that. Okay. Yep, I forgot to roll those 2 SAMs. Oh boy, so this could be quite a bit of housekeeping if these hit. So 6 dice. Defending here at a 2. Yep, that's a lot of housekeeping. All right, 1, 1, 1. So, oh gosh, I wrecked this. Okay. So 3 hits. Let's see. Those are not first strikes, so they still would have gotten to fire the first round. Okay. So that's... right? Yeah. No, they're first strike. It's the attackers that are first strike, so they wouldn't have gotten to fire. Okay. I would have taken 2 fighters and a B-52. So we will work that out in our... we'll work that out after. Sorry, guys. I missed that. I missed that entirely. So we'll work out how we want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and roll the rest of my attackers to ensure we have some overkill here on round 2. So I didn't roll the 2 attack helos. So that's those there. Those are at a 6 or less. These 2 blues will be the next gen MBTs at 5, A10 at a 5, and then the 3 mechs, just to make sure we have overkill. And there's another 3 and a 1, so that's another 2 hits should that be needed. We'll have to figure that one out. All right. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. That was all on me. That was my bad. Okay, over here. So that takes that off the board. We will take that. Moving in will be 3 mechs. Somewhere will be 3 mechs, 2 next gen MBTs, and combat landing 2 attack helos. All right, now land the rest of those planes in the non-combat. Shoot, I can't believe I did that. Okay, let's go ahead and fire our anti-ship missiles. So that's going to be 4 5s with full target select. There for the... or not full target select, but only 1 target, and that's a 4, 3, 4. So those 2 Soviet destroyers in M9 will be dead. Alrighty. Our 1 was spy sat in Bulgaria, and there is also AMD. Let's see, Dakota, you are at stage 3 AMD. So that is 1 3 or less. That is an 8. It's rolling with our target select. That is a 9. No dice. Alright, last thing will be Celestial Eagle. That is a 6 or less. To shoot down the Soviet spy satellite. We will be successful there on that 4. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see how much more I can screw up this turn. Alright, so that one's resolved. That's resolved. Spy sat back on board. Alright. Hey, we're still having fun. It's just a game. Okay. Let's do some non-combat moves. Why did I put it with the laptop? Okay. So our SSN at A29 is going to move, let's see here, 1, 2, 3 to A40. Our Atlantic Fleet here, which is this fleet card, just going to slide down 1 from A24 to A29. And then in Suez, we have a field artillery. Just going to walk across the border into Israel. And those dice there to remind me that I was rolling diplomacy for Egypt, which should have been in the combat resolution. Let's go ahead. That is an 8 and a 9. No dice. Okay. And sea lift. So back over here. From Puerto Rico, we will sea lift that next gen MBT to A35. Right there, so that's 1, 2, 3. Next gen MBT in Gulf States. We'll also go 1, 2, 3, sea lifting to A35. Our next gen MBT in Southern US will go 1, 2, 3 into that minor port, into Portugal. Back in the Middle East, our 2 light infantry are going to sea lift out into I-5, 1, 2, into Israel. And that is our sea lift. Airlift from Makkah, our airborne, is going to go into Israel. Then in Oman, just barely on the screen here, we're also going to airlift that guy into Suez. All right, then back in the continental US, our SAM that is in Gulf States will airlift in, heavy airlift that is, into Israel. And that will be that non-combat. Let's land some planes. So we have an A-10 with 3 left. It is going to fly 1, 2 into Makkah. Or I'm sorry, not Makkah, Marmara. Let's see, we got a fighter with 2 left. It will go 1, 2 onto the fleet. The fighter with 3 left will go back into Suez. Actually, no, it'll go into Israel, excuse me. We then have our B-52, which will fly back into Suez. Our Top Gun ASF will land on the fleet in M8, as well as our 2 regular ASFs. Those will land on the fleet in M8. And we have 2 attack bombers. One of those is going to land in Suez. One will land in Israel. Then that fighter from Somali Republic will go 1, 2, 3, and it will land in Egypt. All right, that is that. I think I've messed up enough here. Let's do some placements. So we built 2 cruise missiles and 3 anti-ship missiles. We will add those to our dash. We're going to advance to stage 2, the Space Launch Facility. All right, aid delivery. So for Egypt, being built in the northeast United States, and it will use its other heavy airlift, and it will land in Suez. So that's 2 SAMs now in Suez. And I cannot actually deliver crap. War Doctor, we missed that too. Yeah, that can't actually be delivered. So that is a bummer because it has to use the shortest available path. We can't get through from those Warsaw Pact subs So we'll just retain that on our build plate. All right, we will deliver the aid to NATO. Let me see, where did you say, War Doctor? All right, being built at the Palmkis site in Benelux will be a next gen MBT. And then being delivered to A6 here will be the frigate, and that is built in Northeast US. Our amphib will be built here in Southern United States. We'll add that to the fleet card. Then everything else is being built in Israel. Alright, so that Air Cav and SAM will be built in Israel. So that'll take us up to 2 SAMs. And those 2 destroyers will be built at the minor shipyard and added to the fleet. Alright, I'll get a disposition of forces and we will figure out our how to resolve Syria there. I think Backfire will end up with a couple more dice rolls since those fighters, I believe, got hit. So I'll have to rewatch the film and go from there. So we will collect, I believe it's 47. No, scratch that. So we took Syria. So that's 2. We'll collect 49. I will also calculate up some battle stars. I know we collected 3 for those air superiority kills. We also took a land zone, so that'll be 4. And we sunk a couple of ships, but I don't believe those. So I believe that's 4. That'll take our total battle stars up to 6. All right, the last thing I'm going to do here is as we slide over to turn 6 with the new nuclear release rules, I'm going to go ahead and roll them here so it's on record for YouTube. So as we calculated between VP deficit and, let me read the exact message here. So we will get 5 dice, 2 for home country possessed by Team Red, and that is the, let's see, that is in Norway and Turkey. Then we are also at 3 for VP differential. So that is 5 total dice, looking for an 11 or 12 for battlefield nuclear release. So close, but no battlefield nuclear release. So take care, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll get this resolved.